The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. And the cold, hard truth about it, they just had a hard time beating anybody last year.
You know, Greg, those were games where you thought they could get a win. But now they need to forget about it. It's in the past, let it go, and they've got to focus on the present and try to make a better run of it this time.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Robert Covington out there with Noel. Then there's Ezail Iverson. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Okafor in at the 5 down low. And he can't hit the second.
Listen, playing Western Conference teams is never easy. And for the 76ers last year, it got downright ugly. Some games against the West, they just didn't stand any chance.
Now here is Martin. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Garnett. Pass to Prince. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And Towns gets it to go. A lot of blowouts for Philly last year against the West, as you talked about. Greg only managed to take 6 wins in their 30 games. Clark out of conference.
And Kevin, that was tied for the fewest wins against the West in the league. But again, no surprise with Philadelphia because they really were focused on developing young talent there.
Martin dishes to Rubio. There's the pick from the arc. Can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Towns sets the pick for Martin. And stolen by Iverson. And they're on the break. And Noel throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
So it's Minnesota now, after the Sixers pick up 2. And Rubio kicks to Prince. Misses the 3.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Cannon, the pass to Okafor. And he comes off the screen and spins it through.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
Here's Rubio. 76ers getting the bucket. Martin the screen. Rubio outside to the inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Rubio. Towns has got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Iverson outside. Covington in the corner. Back to Iverson. And the rebound goes to Martin.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
It's Prince on the wing. Martin with it. Iverson picks him up. And Rubio kicks to Martin. Shot clock at 6. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
And Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished third in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
Good on the second free throw.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
Here's Covington. Here's Noel. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead and in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
And the 76ers with possession. A big stretch here going 10-2. Noel, a screen on Martin. Iverson outside. The three-pointer, no good.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Now, here's Rubio. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Garnett. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra. Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Muhammad comes in for Tayshaun Prince, and Philadelphia also making a switch. Stauskas is checked in. Now here's Iverson. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does, averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is a guy to watch.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, I mean, I think he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
Here's Rubio. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. And stolen by Noel. 4-on-3 break. Iverson. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Okafor. First in shooting percentage, 10th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Levine's checked in for Martin, and Andre Miller has subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Timberwolves trail by 3. Miller kicks to Levine. They set the pick. Here's Towns. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Towns has got 7 points. For Philadelphia, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And here is Marshall. Feeds to Stauskas from past the arc. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Here's Levine. Finished off the break. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Philadelphia calls time here. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Miller outside. Floats one. The shot misses. The 76ers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. To the wing right side. Stauskas dishes to Marshall. Screen by Boozer. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Now Miller. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Dang. They set the pick. Miller with the ball. Guarded now by Marshall. Jang. Rebound by the 76ers.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Muhammad. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Well, there was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player. We showed last year he belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
Hollis Thompson's checked in for Nick Stauskas. And the second free throw, good.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start.
Now, here's Marshall. The dish to Grant. Inside. Here's Boozer, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boozer. And Philadelphia making a change here. Timberwolves trail. 1:09 left in the first quarter. And Zhang kicks to Miller. Stolen by Thompson. Drills the three-pointer.
And for Muhammad, a lot of it had to do with the hype he got in college, coupled with his age situation. So when he struggled, people were too quick to write him off. But he has showed he can ball.
Grant with the ball. And it's Miller picking him up. Back to Grant. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the line for him here. The free throw drops for Grant. So both teams making some changes here. And he makes both free throws. Timberwolves trail by 7. Miller with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kicks it to Muhammad. To the left wing. Here's Garnett. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, ending the first quarter on a 9-1 run. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.